Hey gang, AV here. Welcome to my review of the Marauders Task Force World War II German Army soldier, the winter Panzer Grenadier in the white uniform with the MP44. It's quite a mouthful, but you get a lot of stuff with the guy too. Here he is, fully assembled, out of the packaging, and I actually have a second one which I will go over every little thing that he comes with in just 1 second, but we're going to have a closer look at the figure himself, fully assembled. This is him with everything stowed on him, with the exception of the extra helmets that he comes with, because obviously he only needs one helmet, but everything else he comes with is on him. Very, very cool looking figure, and I'm stoked to add him to the collection. Definitely needed some winter gear, German soldiers to go with my other ones. So, right off the bat, he comes with this, which reminds you to heat the figures up before you try to pose them, because you don't want anything to break when you take them out of the packaging. It's standard practice with figures these days. Hair dryers, all I did, I heated up both figures when I first got them. They come in these little baggies here. So you get the figure and then you get all the contents in a separate bag. And as usual, we're going to go over every single accessory. It's been a while since I did a Marauders review. Kind of excited. It's the first one I've gotten in a while, so. Alright, so let's see. Spread the stuff out here a little bit. First of all, he does come with this figure stand, which has a cobblestone pattern on the bottom there. Very nice. It's in gray. 2 foot pegs. Nothing stamped on the bottom. These were included with the Marauders World War II figures. Always good to see figure stands. He comes with a German head. It's not necessarily going to be this one. They do announce that the facial expression and the hair color may be different. They are randomly inserted, so that if you order more than one, you don't get the same face, the same likeness on your characters. So the head sculpts are going to be different when you order these guys. Let's see. He comes with several helmets, as I mentioned. So we'll start with this one first. Nice forest camo on there. Very, very cool camo pattern. Let me adjust my light so that stuff is actually illuminated here. There we go. Looks very good. And it does have a chin strap, which I do recommend that you heat up a little bit just to get that up underneath his chin. Not necessarily with the German figures, but I know with the British figures, their chin straps had a tendency to break off of the helmet. So you do want to heat this up just to be on the safe side before you try to slip it over his head. Let's see, he's got a white helmet with a black strap. Pretty cool. He has the white helmet without the black strap. And that is a different sculpt. It's not just a paint app. I do believe, because this is raised. Yes, it is. Okay. Double checking myself. Green on the inside. He has a green helmet here. Another green helmet, this one with the black strap. Is it lit well? I'm sorry about this. I'm in a new review area, believe it or not. So I'm still ironing out the kinks in this. Trying to work out the bugs in my presentation here. So forgive me if I reposition the lights and the cameras and whatnot. Let's see. What else he's got? He's got his scarf. This goes around his neck. It's a little pliable. Not too bad. He comes with a second scarf. If you looked on the figure that I had assembled, this actually went under his chin and over his ears. This is like the bandana. This is also malleable, but I do recommend that you heat it up because you have to actually kind of stretch it pretty good to get it up over the ears and around the chin, because it's meant to be worn as a headband. So you actually have to heat it up and stretch it out to get it to be used for the ears. Let's see, he has a belt with modular holes to fit the accessories. He has his backpack, which has 1, 2, 3 peg holes in it for the accessories as well. He's got his web gear with a little bit of painted detail on the buckles and stuff, so it's nice. And again, it's modular, so you can plug in the accessories. He's got, I believe, his canteen, or I'm sorry, his rations can. Painted strap on there, and a peg hole so you can plug it into the backpack or the harness or wherever you like. He's got his water bottle. He's got his knapsack, I believe he'd call this, which uses 2 peg holes to peg onto the back of his belt or his web gear, but it also has 2 peg holes here for additional accessories to plug into it. He's got his bedroll or tent with a woodland camo pattern on it. Single peg in the back. He's got his entrenching tool, which is non-removable from the harness, unfortunately. It does not fold out or anything. It's purely decorative. It has a peg plug into his belt. He has his gas mask container, I believe. Single peg there, painted strap. His MP44. Great detail on the weapons from Marauders. They do a fantastic job on their accessories and weaponry and whatnot. Looks great. He has 2 ammo pouches. They both plug into the belt, as you would imagine, with painted detail for the straps. And last but not least, for the accessories, he has his bayonet and sheath. So there's the sheath. No painted details on there. It does have the peg hole to put onto his belt. And, of course, the bayonet with painted blade and rivets on the handle, so a nice touch. And this, of course, does plug right into the sheath. It fits pretty securely in there, so no worries about losing that. And now, finally, we have to have a look at the actual figure body itself. Now, as I mentioned earlier, because it does come with this to warn you when you first open the package, you do want to heat these figures up before you try to manipulate them and move their body parts around, which I've already done off camera. So his head is obviously on a ball joint when it's attached. Let's plug his head on right now just so that we can go over the articulation. It is a snug fit. There we go. But it does go on there. So his head is on a ball joint. You do get a full rotation, 360 degrees. He can look down a little bit. Oh, I'm sorry. You can look down a little bit, up a little bit. He does have tilt from side to side, so that's pretty cool. Arms will do a full 360. They can go up about that high. There's nothing at the bicep. Single joint at the elbow, which will get him about 90 degrees, and he can rotate from side to side. The molded elbow here kind of prevents him from doing a true 360. His wrists will do a full 360, as well as hinge up and down. That's the same for both hands. Hinge up and down. He's got waist articulation, ball joint right there, so he's got a good range of motion there. Not really an ab crunch, but you get some good motion. That is also where you would separate the figure to put his web gear on, or his belt or whatnot. The bottom half of his shirt does come off, by the way. Alright, his legs are hindered a little bit by the bottom of his shirt, but they do go up about that high. They don't really go back very far at all. He's got double jointed knees, which is still a little stiff on mine. Just gotta coax it a little bit. There we go. He can kick his leg back about that far. Do the splits kind of like that, before I forget. Ankles rotate about this, like this. He can point his toes down a little bit and up a little bit. They are hindered by the top of his boot, or the bottom of his pants, I guess you'd say. So anyway, decent articulation on these guys. He is in a little bit of a bulkier sculpt, just because he is a extreme weather fighter. As you can see, he does come with a huge array of accessories, which we just went over. He retails for about 30 bucks, which is kind of steep for a 1/18 scale figure, but you definitely get your money's worth out of them, I think. I think they look fantastic, and I do highly recommend them. Let's do size comparison, and then we'll get our final thoughts on the guy. So here he is next to a vintage V1 Snake Eyes. So you can see Marauder's Task Force are definitely closer to the 4-inch scale as opposed to the 3 3/4 inches. Yeah, same goes for a vintage collection Star Wars figure, the modern assortment. He is noticeably taller than them. Here he is next to a true 4-inch figure, a Boss Fight Studio Night Blank. As you can see, right up next to him, basically the same height. Here he is next to a more modern 4-inch G.I. Joe figure. Fit right in with those as well. And here he is next to his nemesis, Captain America, who you see scales perfectly with as well. So all in all, I think he's an excellent figure. He is a little bit on the expensive side. He does sell out pretty often, so keep an eye out. They do go back into stock every so often. I believe he was a convention exclusive, but I just picked them up on the website just recently. They may still have a couple available because there was a limit of 2 per customer. 30 bucks is a little bit on the higher side, but Again, I think it was worth it. I'm satisfied with the purchase. He comes with an excellent array of accessories. He certainly looks the part, and I do recommend him. So anyway, this has been AV. This has been my review of the Winter German Soldier. If you like this video, check out my channel. If you like what you see there, then please subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.